Hi everyone, welcome back to another Daytona office hours. I'm going to show you what we were working on over the past week and what's coming up. So there were a bunch of commits in past week. So let's go from the earliest one. That is a fix for snapshot exists check, which was created by our colleague Ivan. Then another one for unsigned runner and backup on sandbox destroy. So basically, when sandbox is destroyed, it doesn't need its runner ID or its backup. So we can skip creating new backups and remove all existing one. Another one is from our colleague Toma, fix for our CI pipeline. So basically, we had a GitHub action that would publish SDK versions alongside with CLI. But when we wanted to publish only alpha for SDK, CLI version would be also published, and in this commit we skip CLI publish on alpha or any other versions that are not latest. Then we have add error reason to sandbox update endpoint. So basically, when a runner or some other internal service is updating sandbox state, now we are allowing it to also pass error reason. And then we have a building snapshot state timeout that Ivan fixed. And then we have let's say improvement of already existing feature, and that is volume. So we expanded the volume feature with volume subpath mounts. So basically you can have one volume, and then you can mount the whole volume to one sandbox and mount only specific subdirectory to another sandbox. This is a great way to reuse same volumes and to restrict sandboxes to which subpaths of the volumes they can access. Created by our CTO Vedran. Then we have a refactor for snapshot repository save call. So basically, there we optimized our state updates, where we are doing now fewer database calls. Then our colleague Robert created improvements for sandbox details page on the dashboard. After that, we added multiple regions params for retrieving random available runners. So now we have an option to pass multiple regions to that method, and that method will return us random runners for all of these regions. Then we have a fix created by our colleague Bruno, where he updated docs for rate limits. And also in the past week, we noticed some bugs in rate limits, and then we disabled them for around 2 days, and now they are again back up. Our colleague Luca created a fix for to resolve some state mismatching on for sandbox states on runners. Then we added a feature to update sandbox's last activity when sandbox has SSH connection opened to any machine. So if you are using sandbox through your VS Code where you are connecting sandbox with SSH, it will stay up until that connection is open, and then we start to count timeout for inactivity. Then a minor docs update for data analysis example in our docs, where we added iterations for agent responses. So basically, in some occasions and in some agents would send multiple responses, and we didn't have that handled in our example, and now it's working properly and robust. Then we have we added sandbox refresh activity method in our SDKs. So basically, if you set time to stop auto stop timeout for sandbox, and you want to reset that timer, now you have a dedicated SDK method to do that. Our colleague Robert did a redesign of limits page where data is more intuitive and easily navigable. After that, where did I stop? Here. Okay, after that, more docs updates, refactor of runner, so we can now configure daemon start and sandbox start through environment variables. Fixed cache for last used that updates. We had a minor bug in our usage period query to close that we fixed. And here we are coming to another bigger feature created by me. So basically, we added a new sandbox property called code interpreter, which now only supports Python. And with that abstraction, you can run stateful Python codes. So you can in one command, in one method, you can set some variable or import some package, and in another method you can use that variable or package. After that, we have a couple more fixes, like unlock sync runner snapshot for cron job. We also added in our docs, we also added integration with agent kit. Then fix for our errors. So basically, now via through API, we are returning error data, which includes a message, response headers, and status code, which is extracted in our SDKs and returned as Daytona error or its extended classes. This will help us to easily help us and our users to easily debug our errors and fix things. Then we, as I already mentioned, we fixed that rate limits bug that we had, where our system role users would also be rate limited, and this is handled here. Then we have a couple depend-about PRs and some fix for dashboard to disable transitions during team switching. Also, here is a fix for our rate limit tracker, so they use uniform names on all spaces, yes, all places, and after that we have a couple more fixes. The one is where we fixed our Okta out provider support to extract proper JVT claims. Also, we added one alternative Daytona Docker image, which is much smaller than our official one. It's expected to be used as in local environments and for quick environment spin-ups. Then one more big feature. So recently we added support for multi-region quotas. So when user creates organization, they will choose their default region, and they will be given quotas for that region, and then they can manage in the limits page. They can manage limits for each region, unlock higher tiers and stuff like that. And here is a fix for also our Okta provider, where we had to do some PKC workarounds for our authentication flow. And that's it for last week commits. And for new PRs, there are primarily some minor fixes or documentation updates, except this one, where we are preparing a big feature where users will be able to define new regions and add runners to these regions and use them as their dedicated regions. And that's it for this week's office hours. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us on Slack or by email or LinkedIn or anywhere where you can find us. And see you next week. Bye.